8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news, edited by Danushka Madhawala and read by Indrani Senanayaka. The headlines. Fuel distribution according to National Fuel Pass QR system island-wide from tomorrow. Travel ban for 6 Galle-Face activists. COVID-19 cases in Sri Lanka on the rise again. Firearm reported missing during protest recovered from Deavanna Lake. Jordan donates essential medicines to Sri Lanka. In foreign news, Myanmar military executes 4 democracy activists, including ex-MP. And in sports news, 2 new world records set in pole vault, world title and 100-meter hurdles. Minister of Power and Energy Kanchana Wijesekara says that the National Fuel Pass will be implemented island-wide from tomorrow in multiple locations at CPETCO and Lanka IOC filling stations. In a Twitter message, he said the system will be in place with the last digit on number plate until the 1st of August. From the 1st of August, only the QR code system quota will be in place and the last digit of number plate system and other allocations will be invalid. The minister said that filling stations not equipped or having technical difficulties will follow the last digit of number plate system and fuel quota allocation until the technical issues are rectified. He said that 60% of the locations have already been equipped and tested and that they will be given a priority in fuel distribution. Minister Wijesekara requested all fuel station owners at CPETCO and LIOC to adopt the system immediately and that distribution will be strictly enforced to fuel stations with the QR code facilities by the 1st of August. A travel ban has been imposed on 6 activists involved in the anti-government protests at Galle-Face in Colombo. The Colombo Fort Magistrates Court today issued the overseas travel ban on the 6 activists. The activists include Ceylon Teachers Union General Secretary Joseph Stalin, Catholic priest Father Jeevantha Piris, convener of the Inter-University Students Federation Vasantha Mudalige, the national organizer of Youth for Change Lahiru Veerasekara and Eranga Gunasekara. The Embassy of Sri Lanka in Jordan has organized a donation of essential medicines at the request of the Ministry of Health of Sri Lanka. The consignment of essential medicines sent on the 19th of July was made possible through the coordinated efforts of the embassy, which reached out to several apparel factories across Jordan to assist in this noble endeavor, the embassy said in a statement. This is the 5th donation organized by the embassy, with previous 4 donations carried out during the COVID-19 pandemic. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. We continue with local news. Director of Medical Technical Services of the Health Ministry and Chief Coordinator for COVID-19, Dr. Anwar Hamdani, says that there has been a minor increase in the number of COVID-19 patients detected within the Western Province and other provinces. Speaking to the media today, he said that people should once again start following the health guidelines they used to follow before, emphasizing that it is mandatory to wear face masks, maintain social distancing, limit unnecessary movements, and to minimize gatherings. In addition, he mentioned that wearing a face mask not only helps prevent COVID-19, but also other respiratory diseases. The 4th dose of COVID-19 vaccines is recommended to be administered as soon as possible, as the Health Ministry has got enough vaccine stocks, the doctor said, adding that people with chronic diseases aged over 60 should be more concerned about vaccination as they are prone to complications. He also pointed out that this can be referred to as a sub-lineage of the Omicron variant, adding that it has a rapid response. Dr. Hamdani, who mentioned that the situation in Sri Lanka is yet at a controllable level, also said there is a slight increase in the number of deaths reported per day. Sri Lanka police says that T-56 firearm that was reported missing during the protest near the Polduva junction on the 13th of July has been recovered from under a bridge in the Diyavanna lake along with an empty magazine. During the protest held on the 13th of July near the Parliament Entry Road at Polduva Junction, protesters had snatched two T-56 assault rifles with two magazines containing 60 live rounds of ammunition from two army soldiers on duty. Police said that one of the two firearms was recovered along with an empty magazine by Navy divers in Rajagiriya near the Butterfly Bridge of the Diyavanna Lake under the bridge towards the Parliament. Sri Lanka Navy has handed over the firearm and empty magazine to the Valikala police, who are conducting further investigations.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The main news story, Minister of Power and Energy Kanchana Wijesekara says that the National Fuel Pass will be implemented island-wide from tomorrow in multiple locations at CPETCO and Lanka IOC filling stations. In a Twitter message, he said the system will be in place with the last digit of the number plate until the 1st of August. From the 1st of August, only the QR code system quota will be in place and the last digit of number plate system and other allocations will be invalid. The minister said that filling stations not equipped or having technical difficulties will follow the last digit of number plate system and fuel quota allocation until the technical issues are rectified. He said that 60% of the locations have already been equipped and tested and that they will be given priority in fuel distribution. Minister Wijesekara requested all fuel station owners at CPETCO and LIOC to adopt the system immediately and that distribution will be strictly enforced to fuel stations with a QR code facility by the 1st of August.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
We take a look at Watchlight. A travel ban has been imposed on 6 activists involved in the anti-government protest at Goldface in Colombo. The Colombo Fort Magistrates Court today issued the overseas travel ban on the 6 activists. The activists include Ceylon Teachers Union General Secretary Joseph Stalin, Catholic priest Father Jivanta Piris, convener of the Inter-University Students Federation, Vasanta Mudalige, the national organizer of Youth for Change, Lahiru Wijesekara and Eranga Gunasekara. World News Headlines. Myanmar military executes 4 democracy activists, including ex-MP. India on alert after reporting 4 monkeypox cases. India's first tribal president, Draupadi Murmu, takes oath. 4 democracy activists have been executed by Myanmar's military in what is believed to be the first use of capital punishment in decades. The 4, including activist Joe Jimmy and lawmaker Pio Zea Tho, were accused of committing terror acts. They were sentenced to death in a closed-door trial that rights groups criticize as being unjust. Family members of the deceased gathered at Insen prison on Monday, desperate for information of their loved ones. The mother of Zaire Tho says she was not told when exactly her son would be executed, adding that she was unable to make proper traditional funeral plans as a result. India's 4th case of monkeypox has been reported in a man in national capital Delhi who has no history of foreign travel. The Federal Health Ministry has asked the New Delhi government to trace the 34-year-old's contacts, local media has reported. States have been asked to carry out close surveillance for the virus. The government has also issued preventive guidelines on the disease. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal said the patient in the city is stable and recovering from the infection. There is no need to panic, he added. Draupadi Murmu, a tribal politician, was sworn in as India's new president on Monday. The 64-year-old former teacher comes from Odisha state and has a stint as a state governor. Ms. Murmu is the country's first tribal leader in the top post. The president in India is a head of state but does not exercise executive powers. He or she is elected by the members of both the Houses of Parliament and of the Legislative Assemblies of states and federally administered union territories. To end this bulletin of world news, we take a look at the headlines again. Myanmar military executes 4 democracy activists, including ex-MP. India on alert after reporting 4th monkeypox case. India's first tribal president, Draupadi Murmu, takes oath. That ends this bulletin of world news. On to development news. The Sri Lanka rupee has fluctuated again several foreign currencies today in comparison to last Friday, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka reported. Accordingly, the selling rate of the US dollar has reduced to 368.50 rupees from Friday's rate of 368.63 rupees. The selling rate of the Australian dollar is 256.41 rupees, the Canadian dollar 286.91 rupees, euro is 377.63 rupees, and sterling pound is 443.26 rupees.
Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
Sweden's Armand Duplantis added a new world record to his pole vault world title, clearing 6.21 meters in a virtuoso performance in Oregon. The 22-year-old Olympian champion gold secured with a first-time clearance of 6 meters. None of his rivals managed higher than 5.94 meters. Duplantis then beat his own world record of 6.20 meters, set in Belgrade in March, at the second attempt. It is the 5th time he has broken the world record. His success marks the first time the record had been set outdoors since the legendary Sergei Bubka cleared 6.14 meters for the first time in Italy in 1994. Toby Amerson broke the 100-meter hurdles world record with a stunning semi-final time of 12.12 seconds before taking gold at the World Athletics Championship in Eugene, Oregon. The Nigerian, 25, ran even faster in the final, but at 12.06 was ruled ineligible by an illegal tailwind. The previous record of 12.20 was set in 2016 by American Kendra Harrison. Jamaica's Brittany Anderson took silver, and Puerto Rico's Olympic champion Jasmine Camcho Quinn got bronze. Amusan, who had already run a new African record of 12.40 seconds in Saturday's heat, said, "I believe in my abilities, but I was not expecting the world record at these championships."
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Tesla boss Elon Musk has denied having an affair with Nicole Shanahan, the wife of Google co-founder Sergey Brin. Mr. Musk's comments came after the Wall Street Journal reported that his friendship with Mr. Brin had ended over the alleged affair. Replying to a link to the story posted on Twitter, Mr. Musk referred to the report as total BS. Mr. Musk went on to say that he is still friends with Mr. Brin and that they were at a party together last night.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10-second prize winners. iPhones for the 10-third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov on a diplomatic offensive in Egypt has dismissed claims that Moscow caused a global food crisis. In a speech to Arab League ambassadors in Cairo, he said Western nations were distorting the truth about the impact of sanctions on global food security. He accused Western nations of trying to impose their dominance over others. Much of the Arab world and Africa is badly affected by grain shortages caused by Russia's war in Ukraine. That was economic news.
LOLC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LOLC Finance claims the overall gold award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking. LOLC Finance will continue to innovate with the next generation digitalization of financial services, delivering a superior customer experience.
And finally, we take a look at the weather report. The atmospheric condition is getting favorable for evening thunder showers in the northern, north central, eastern and over provinces during the next few days. A few showers may occur in the western and southern provinces. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places elsewhere during the evening or at night. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places in the central, north central, eastern and over provinces. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. Fuel distribution, according to National Fuel Pass QR system island-wide from tomorrow. Travel ban for 6 Golfers activists. COVID-19 cases in Sri Lanka on the rise again. Firearm reported missing during protest recovered from Devanna Lake. Jordan donates essential medicines to Sri Lanka. And in foreign news, Myanmar military executes 4 democracy activists, including ex-MP. And in sports news, 2 new world records set in pole vault, world title and 100-meter hurdles. That ends tonight's news broadcast. The time reads 2 minutes after 9. This is Radio Sri Lanka.